Welcome back to Day 10 Whiskey Advent Calendar by Baker Drinks. And we've got one heck of a matchup for you. Hi friends, I'm Laura, this is Troy, we're Baker Drinks. We've got K. Luke Batch 6 versus Elijah Craig C923. Lots of talk about both of these bottles. In fact, we got this bottle because people kept mentioning it to us, this K. Luke, and you know what? They weren't lying. And then we get all the Elijah Craigs, so that was already on our list, and it's older and higher proof than ever before. We're thoroughly mixed up. Let's get into them. Cheers.
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 Merry Christmas.
Well, that smells amazing. Don't they all, though? This Advent may be a lot of work, but it's a lot of amazing work.
So this might be the first or one of the few so far that we've had that's bourbon against bourbon. No finishes.
Oh yeah.
No funny business.
We've had rye against rye.
Rye against bourbon. Finished against finished. Single malts.
Versus anything else. Yeah, so.
You know, and on the nose, I'm getting just classic bourbon notes off of both of them. Like, really good, sugary,
Vanilla.
oaky. Yeah, all of the classic stuff you would expect to get off the nose of a really good quality bourbon.
This one has a little bit funkiness to it, a little, like, not in a bad way, like a different funk than what I normally pick up on a bourbon.
Yeah,
which I kind of like.
Yeah. And we didn't mention it earlier. While Laura's going to take her first sip here, I'll let you know. What we did is we took our best of part 1 and part 2 this year. We pushed it out to Patreon and Discord communities, had them rank everything, give it back to us, and we're just kind of drinking through them tournament style in the brackets that those communities set up for us. So she's had her first drink. I'm going to have mine.
That was a pretty amazing first sip. It is proofy. Neither of these are low proof. I mean, the K. Luke is definitely at a disadvantage with proof, but it's still like 119. What is it? 119.8. So there's no slouching on proof for that one either.
Well, whatever that one is in that glass, I'm not hating that at all. Very creamy, viscous, oily. It like hits all of the right spots in my mouth.
Oh, these are very different on the palate.
As it finishes, it's not getting bitter.
Neither one of them are. When you take your second sip, there's no bitterness, but there's, like, one comes across spicier. It's like I'd almost want to guess it was a rye, because it's got a little more spice to it.
Well, I'm not real familiar with the mash bill on the ECBP, but this is a blend of a high rye and a low rye bourbon mash bill.
I feel like they could end up with the same mash bill, but one of them is definitely spicier feeling.
Yeah. So, when you're talking about proofs this high and whiskeys of this quality, they just take a little longer to finish. So if it feels like we're rambling before the next sip, although I think Laura's had 2 or 3, I'm just waiting for that to finish.
I started first. You were talking and I'm sipping. Oh, wow. Just wow.
Yeah, these are fantastic. Both of them.
Dang, this tournament gets harder every day.
Yeah, and
I guess that's how it's supposed to be, right?
we don't want there to be a runaway winner. We want to think that all 40 of these bottles that we put in this tournament were worthy.
Oh man. I think this comes down to a mood thing. I think I have my choice, but...
I do too. Count of 3?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Well, we're on the same side again. Let's see if it's the same bottle.
I got pink.
Me too.
And I have no idea which one it is.
Well, oh my gosh, I'm shocked.
It's the K-Luke.
I was not expecting that.
Okay.
It seemed like it had a better mouthfeel, so I thought it was the higher proof one.
For me, it was definitely a little more balanced and sweet through the entire finish. This one got a little astringent on like the back of my palate, and through the finish it got bitter.
I didn't get bitter on either one, but it just seemed a little too spicy on my tongue, which I thought was more of a rye because it didn't have as creamy of a mouthfeel. So I thought it was lower proof and higher rye. But wow, I am just absolutely shocked on that. I was not expecting. I was like, oh, I'm sure I'm picking the Elijah Craig C923. Everyone talks about it.
I think we've got 4 barrel strength Elijah Craigs in this tournament, so we definitely like that profile.
Obviously.
We had all 3 of the ECBP releases, the A, B, and C, plus a private barrel.
Yeah.
So definitely, again, a profile we like. But this one, when we reviewed it back in September, it did not win the blind against the A and the B with us either.
No.
Because for me, it trails off into bitterness. And that could just be the oak. I don't know. But I don't know. By my thinking, when Heaven Hill says they're going to release them when they're ready, you know, and everyone's like, oh, they took away the age statement. I hate the B batch. I feel like the B batch was ready sooner. In my mind, the logic says that's a better tasting whiskey sooner. This one they had to leave in the barrel longer to get to that profile they were looking for. And I said it then, I'll say it now. This one, people are gaga on the stats. I don't think it's the best of the year of the ECBPs.
Nope, but it's still great.
Yeah, it's good.
Definitely still good.
You cannot go wrong with any ECBP.
Obviously, we have a whole shelf of just ECBPs.
Yep.
In fact, last year we even got a backup of the B batch because it was real cheap. We got it for like $40 or something for a backup. So we drank it as in cocktails all winter.
But the K-Luke, it came to party today and it won. And I'm happy advancing that one to the next round.
It was fantastic. So we've got, what, 14 more of these? Oh boy.
2 more weeks.
2 more weeks of Advent tournament, and soon we will be crowning the winner, or 2, of this year's tournament. So thank you for watching. If you like it, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you again soon. Cheers.
Merry Christmas, everybody.